हेलो एवरीवन। वेलकम टू एसएमए मित्रा। तो आज हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं इनोमेट एडवांस मटेरियल्स कंपनी के टॉप मैनेजमेंट से। हमारे साथ है मिस्टर विनय चिल्कापति एंड मिसेस सरिका चिल्कापति। विनय साहब है कंपनी के एमडी एंड सीईओ एंड मैडम है कंपनी की सीएफओ। मैम एंड सर, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम एंड वेलकम टू द शो।
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for
सो सर, सबसे
inviting
पहले
us.
आपसे शुरुआत करते हैं। कैन यू एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज योर कंपनीज बिजनेस? व्हाट आर द प्रोडक्ट्स दैट यू आर डीलिंग इनटू एंड आपकी कंपनी के कस्टमर्स कौन है?
So, Innomet Advanced Materials is an MSME based out of Hyderabad. So, essentially, having two divisions. One division making specialty metal powders, and the second division making tungsten heavy alloys. The specialty metal powders finds application in automobiles, diamond tools, welding, brazing, chemical reactions, aesthetics, and advanced technologies like additive manufacturing and metal injection molding. So there are 1,000 known applications to metal powders, and bulk of them go into making components. And bulk of the components go into automobiles, and then we give some specialty metal powders as additives for that application. The second division is tungsten heavy alloys, and tungsten heavy alloys is a dense material, basically density of the order of 18 gram per cc, and it finds application in defense, aerospace, and radiation shielding.
All right. We'll go back a little bit and sir, we'll like to understand the company's journey so far. So what was your background before you started the company? What is the story behind the name Inomat? If you can explain that, sir.
All right. So basically, the company started off as an ancillary to BHL Ramchandrapuram by Sarita. Sarita, she's my wife, and started off by her father and my father way back 1976 as an ancillary to BHL.
Okay.
Into the general engineering industry like fabrication, machining, and all that. So in 1992, after my engineering, I joined the company, and then in 1996, I got into making diamond tools. Separated out of the parent company and got into making diamond tools. And in 2004, we got into making metal powders. And in 2012, we got into making tungsten heavy alloys. So you can see the way we have constantly moved from one business to another business, constantly moving up the technology chain. So constantly we have been looking at what is being coming into the country and then basically looking at input substitution.
All right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and sir, any special story behind name Inomat or any meaning that?
Innomet, yeah, Innomet is a telescopic word for innovation and materials.
Okay,
So,
very
so
thoughtful. Yeah.
essentially, they got to be innovation, in whatever we do, and then import substitute is the basic filter, what we have, and it has a natural export potential.
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, my next question is to you. If you can explain what is the org structure for Inomat Advanced Materials? Are there any subsidiaries, any system concerns?
Okay, the organization structures, myself and my mother-in-law are the promoters of this company. This is actually a 100% women-owned company. And of course, Mr. Vinay, the MD, also is the promoter of the company. And when it comes to sister concerns or any auxiliary units, we don't have any. We've been operating with the same company since the beginning. I mean, originally it was a partnership firm way back in 1984. Then we converted into a private limited in 2019. And then very recently converted into a limited company in November 2023.
Thank
But the
you.
promoters of the group have remained the same.
Got
Okay. And I was looking about your financials. So last year they slightly dip in profit. Any specific reason for the same?
Yes, sir. In fact, we had allocated some sweat equity shares to our team who were with us for
Mm.
more than 10 years as a
Mm-hmm.
recognition. So as an accounting norm, it had to be shown as an expenditure. So that's the reason you see the profit being reduced to that
Okay.
extent.
So, ma'am, like this is one of kind of sweet
The-
equity allotment. Going forward, the profit will be normalized for like past years.
Yes,
Yes.
it will be. In fact, it'll be more also because we would not be having any cost on debt also. So that will also add value to it. At the same time, when it comes to capex, we're actually looking at investing in solar so that we can reduce our power cost on the cost of manufacture also. So the COGS also will reduce. So that will add to the bottom line.
And ma'am, I was looking about your export. So like last 3 years, export has been decreasing. Any specific reason for the same?
Yeah. So if I may say, if one particular year we had an export order which we had executed to Israel, and that
Mm-hmm.
was in the year 21, 22, if I'm right. So
Mm-hmm.
that was an aberration, I would say. But otherwise, 23 and 24 is a normal thing, and it'll be
Mm-hmm.
increasing going forward. In fact, now we want to expand our base to other countries also, have our own dealership in Middle East as well as US, and increase our export market as well.
So you were adding something regarding that?
Yeah, so essentially, we have not done so much of a marketing in outside of the country. So whatever you see, it's not a steady revenue. So going
Mm-hmm.
forward, like Sarita said, we will have a very special focus on Europe and USA. So we
Mm-hmm.
will be focusing on exports. So
Okay.
that's where it'll go up. Yeah.
So like I was looking about your export countries. So in India, like there was Saudi Arabia and Israel happens for one time for like the last years, focusing on Asia. So any specific region facing challenges in Asia?
Well, these are not some very special efforts we have made to do marketing in these areas. So
Mm-hmm.
things have come to us, so we have done that. It is not that we have chosen to do on, it is not that we have made an effort in a particular area. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was coming our way, we did it. But going forward, we will definitely choose Americas and Europe to begin with. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Far East also. We do export right from New Zealand, Australia, Japan to Middle East and Europe and Americas. But now probably the focus will be more on USA and Europe.
Okay.
Okay. Thank.
So continuing with that, so what is the current revenue split by geography? I mean, domestic versus exports, percentage wise, if you can.
Exports is around 10%. Around
Okay.
10% is exports. But we see that should go up with our marketing efforts and all that after the IPO.
Okay. So then rest of the 90% is domestic. So is there any specific region in India where you have concentrated customers like west or south or east or any specific or any particular customer?
So our customers are of for two divisions. Each division is completely different in terms of technology and customers and even competencies. So I have to talk two different customers. So basically, if you talk of metal powders, we have almost like 150 customers across the country, nothing area specific.
Okay.
So they are there everywhere from north to south, east to west. So when it comes to tungsten heavy alloys, it's largely defense oriented companies. Now we have also private companies, coming into this space and then, coming into the defense space. So we don't geographically, there's not much, focus in that sense because these are all very special materials. We are known in the industry for these materials because particularly tungsten heavy alloys, we are the only private company in the a country offering these materials.
Okay.
So, yeah, there is no geographically specific, you know,
Got it. Sir, you said the tungsten heavy material is, I mean, you have some defense based customers, right? Can you name like top 3 or 5 customers?
yeah, we have ordnance factories, BDL, HAL, a lot of DRDO labs and CSR labs. These are all our customers,
Okay.
almost more than 20 customers. And then in private, we have Bharat Forge, we have Adani, and we have economic explosives, part of solar explosives. So these are all the various customers, big customers.
Okay. Ma'am, can you talk about your order book? Like how healthy is your order book for next few years, next few months?
So on the whole, I think right now we have a current order book close to 10 crores. If you were to split it in division wise, in metal powders, it's close to 2 crores, and the tungsten heavy alloy is close to 8 crores. Because tungsten heavy alloy is a long haul thing where we receive the order and then we execute it, and it's mostly based on tendering system. Very few private parties are there in that place. But when it comes to metal powders, it's a recurring thing. So whatever order book I'm talking about, 2 crores is a recurring thing, and then we do make our sales effort to increase that to 2.5 to 3 crores from going forward.
Okay. And what is the general duration for execution for this order book?
Okay, so when it comes to metal powders, it's anywhere between 45 days to 60 days max from raw material to realization of the money. But when it comes to tungsten, yes, it takes time because some orders are very long because it involves a lot of inspection and then again approvals and then again inspection. So every stage inspection is there. So the cycle could vary anywhere from 3 months to sometimes 6 months as well.
Okay. So, I mean, that brings to my next question, and that's about risks. So, like, do you have any specific risk identified, whether it could be related to regulations or policies or any auditing norms or anything of that sort?
As of now, no, we have actually been compliant in all senses. In fact, ours comes under, when it comes to manufacturing norms, we come under orange category. Though we don't generate any effluents because we have some spent diesel coming out of our diesel generator. But otherwise, we don't. In fact, we actually contribute to the circular economy where we recycle the materials for our own. I would say for the economy. So we don't generate any kind of effluents from the whole system. Can you just repeat the second question?
Yeah. So, I mean, are there any other risks that you have identified for your business? I mean, it could be raw material, it could be labor, could be anything.
Well, at the current stage we are, I don't think we have that much of risk when it comes to raw materials or labor or technology. Yes, going forward, competition will be a big risk. I think we have to gear up for it.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue for my next question. So, sir, if you can talk about competition, like what are the key players in listed, non-listed domain, and like what is the unique value proposition for Innomate Advanced Materials?
So Innomet has always had the R&D in mind and particularly import substitution in mind whenever it chooses a certain product for development and manufacture. So if when you take metal powders, we have competition like MEPCO, Sarda metal powder, and PP Patel, and IMP in India. And then when it comes to foreign players like AccuPowder, Ecogranules, Macken Metal, US Bronze. So these are the various companies we compete with internationally. So when it comes to tungsten heavy alloys, we have only a government company called Heavy Alloy Penetrator Project as a competition in India. And when it comes to foreign players, largely it is Plan C, HC Star, and some Chinese companies. So under Atmanirbhar, I think a large part of our competition from neighboring countries is not allowed by the government of India. So largely it is Plan C when it comes to foreign competition.
Yeah, and like what are your unique value proposition? How do you separate out you from the competition?
So honestly speaking, we don't have competition as of now. We are constantly moving up the technology chain. So you can see where we have moved from general engineering, where I'm just talking about some just numbers like that. So in 1990, let us say India had about 1 lakh engineering industries. So we were 1 out of 1 lakh. In 1996, there were 100 diamond tool companies. So we were 1 out of 100. In 2004, probably there were 10 metal powder companies in the country. So we were 1 out of 10. In 2012, there is only one government company, and we are 1 out of 2. So you can see the way we have constantly moved ourselves away from competition, that doesn't mean we don't have competition. Competition is there in various ways, but we are constantly refining ourselves, constantly moving up the technology chain with a lot of intense R&D and product development. And then now with this IPO happening and money in hand, then we should be able to do marketing. So whatever has been an import substitute is a natural export potential. So we will continue to evolve ourselves and we will welcome competition. So we have no problem with that.
All right. So, I mean, we have many questions, but due to SEBI rules, we definitely cannot ask questions about,
Mhm.
I mean, future projections and forward-looking statements. But anything, sir, or ma'am, you want to share with the viewers before we wrap up this interview?
So essentially, we are at a stage where we have actually acquired a lot of knowledge about the products. It's about 20 years. We have acquired knowledge. We acquired competencies. We acquired customers, products, and all that. Now is the time to really go and explore the potential across the world. So with the IPO, we should be able to really grow multifold, having the kind of products we have and the way the country is growing. We see a great opportunity for growth.
Great. Ma'am, anything from your side?
Yeah, I would reiterate that we're actually in the growth phase where we actually have sown many seeds in the form of products and technology. And we have a wonderful team who's been with us. The entire team is with us for, on an average, I would say at least 10 to 12 years, you can find the senior team being with us. So that itself is a great strength to us. So with that strength, I think we wish to go forward and grow inorganically.
All right. So thank you very much, Vinay sir, Sarita ma'am. Thank you for taking out time and sharing details about your company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
Thanks.
for having
Thank
us.
you.